Sup, buddy? Is these where I got a reaction? I'm about to react. He always tries all different food and from the country, different countries and everything. It's like, let me see again. It is best ever review show. Man, I've been watching that for a while. That thing is hella cool though, man. I watch that all the time, man. Who doesn't watch that one? That one is a good YouTube channel, man. He goes everywhere in the world. Well, he's on Joe Rogan, so I want to see what's happening, you know?
And this was a pivotal moment for me, a realization, which is I literally had anxiety before walking in there. I was like, oh my God, what if I eat this and I throw up? It's going to look disrespectful. Then I didn't show up Andrew Zimmern.
I seen one with him. He was eating a rat, but it's a different kind of rat. I guess it was in like a country that it's like a sugar rat, and they kill it inside the place. Don't have like sugar and everything, and he chill the whole time. They kill it and then he eats it. I'm like, damn, that dude. I don't know about eating a rat though, man, but I guess it's a sugar rat. Hey, hit me in the comments, would you eat that?
And I looked at it this way. I said, I need to eat this food. I need to put my mouth around this sandwich, and I need to have the perspective and the mindset of a local person. I shouldn't be like someone on Fear Factor trying to get it down and just I need to accept it. I need to try to enjoy it, and I need to think about what would local people enjoy about this. And that worked. And that's what I do anytime I'm eating something pretty unusual around the world. It's not always something I'm pumped to eat, but when I was with the Datoga tribe in Tanzania, and they've just ripped open this cow, they've got blood in one gourd and then gastric acid from the small intestine, essentially liquid green shit, and they're tearing off pieces of raw liver. This wasn't in the outline. It's just happening. And they're like, we got to roll. They're doing it. We got to roll now.
So they dip
the
liver into...
It was smashing that shit on. Like that shit was like fried chickens and shit on.
The gastric acid?
Into both. Yeah, they double dip. And let me tell you, they double dip. So they go blood, gastric acid, they toss it down. And it's one of the most strange experiences I'd ever had, but I loved it because I loved how the people there were so into it. And for them too, people talk about, you never want to be overtly disrespectful on camera, but oftentimes people are aware within their own culture if they're eating something strange.
So here's you doing this.
Oh yeah, that's a different one. So,
but
that's right. So this is also, we're watching a video here with the Maasai, also in Tanzania.
Man, that is a savage.
In Tanzania, they have a very interesting way to kill the goat. What you see here is that the blood has pooled inside, and I'm scooping out the blood with my hands. It's still warm, and
it's coagulating too.
They slurp it up. Well, and you got to try to get it all before it coagulates too much. And if you hesitate, like, oh, I need to get in the right headspace, it's going to be gone. They're going to eat it all.
Jeez.
Anybody ever ate any blood? I had. Our family, we saw the guys that we kind of hang out and everything, and we like buy a goat, killed, and we barbecue it and all that kind of stuff the whole day. We just eat, drinking, chilling. It's a guy thing, And yeah, something we wait some soup right there with the blood, and with the ribs and everything else in the stomach and everything, and I don't gonna lie, it is fire. I don't care what anybody says, it's hella fire.
There's a lot of Native American tribes that would take raw liver and squirt bile on it. Yeah, they would squirt like gallbladder juice on it. And
have you had bile?
No.
It's the most bitter thing you'll ever taste. All I can compare it to is if, when you are a young man, if you dry heave to the point of just throwing up stomach acid, it's that.
So why would they want that on their food?
Remarkably, cultures around the world develop a taste for the extremes in different directions. There's the four main tastes that people talk about, whether it's like sour, savory, sweet, places like stuff that's really salty or bitter in the case of bile. In northern Thailand, they will take the buffalo bile and drip it over their rice, their sticky rice, over raw buffalo meat. It's just been a taste that they've acquired over time.
And they look forward to it.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever talked to a doctor or a nutritionist? Is there some sort of a reason to do that? Like, is there some nutritional benefits to putting that stuff on your food?
Bile in particular?
Yeah.
I've not.
It gives you some superpowers. You could run for like 6 hours and chase a freaking buffalo or something. I don't know, man. Probably. Well,
I
they
talked
be
to a
doing that
doc-
stuff.
I don't know that
Oh, snap.
many doctors.
That would be an interesting question to ask. Like, why would tribes do that? Like, maybe there's some sort of a secondary, not just a taste thing. Maybe there's some sort of a benefit.
Yeah, I've seen it a
Get
few
your
different places around the
nutrition.
world. In Vietnam, I experienced it too, mostly in Southeast Asia. But yeah, some folks just really love the intensely bitter flavor.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, it's an
I'm
interesting
not really
question
crazy
because
about that.
I guess if you're looking at the lens of evolution, like what do you call it? Through evolution, like you're looking at societies and cultures through like evolutionary biology, you might assume like, well, people ate things because they were the right things to eat, but sometimes they ate things because they were available.
Right.
And with that one, I couldn't tell you.
But, I mean, do they ever eat the liver without all the other nasty
Hell
stuff
yeah.
connected to it? Just raw liver? Because raw liver itself is difficult.
Yes, agreed. Yeah, so it was nice to be distracted by the green poop juice on there.
Yeah.
No, so at that time they ate, to back up a little bit, this Datoga tribe was super interesting. We're way out in the middle of nowhere in Tanzania. They have these beautiful huts with a flat roof, grass growing off the top of it. And in this tribe specifically, it was a woman's job to dispatch the animal and to butcher up the animal. And so the way they kill it is, because this is a whole different topic we could get into, but the way people dispatch animals around the world varies greatly. And here, they would take the cow, they would tip it on its side or on its back, and then they would essentially suffocate it. They would put different logs, like wood, long pieces of wood or branches into its throat. It would take about 10 minutes, and
Jesus.
eventually it would pass away. Then these same
Damn.
women cut it open, they get to butchering, they have their first initial feast. They get dibs, which you don't see in most cultures, especially in Africa. Usually stuff is going to go to the guys first. They take what they want, then they mix the rest of the bile, blood, and organs all together and present it to the men.
Damn.
Why do they kill the cows that way?
So
I don't know. He's like, F that. I'm not going to try that stuff. Look at his face. Hell nah. Oh, man. Y'all would have tried that? He's like, hell nah.
I'm really, this is something you may have seen in my videos, that I don't really shy away from how the animals are dispatched or how they're killed. And I think it reveals something about the culture and about people. And I just find it fascinating because it's different every place you go. With the goat that you just showed, with the Maasai, they killed a goat and they suffocated it. So they put their hands on his nose and mouth and they held it there for 3-4 minutes until it stopped moving. And I asked the guy in the interview, why are you doing this? Doesn't that seem cruel? And he said it would be far more cruel to slash the animal's throat to make it suffer from that, and then to have it also suffer from dying afterwards. So it's kind of like 2 points of suffering compared to one. I mean,
My grandpa, he used to do that all the time with his Nino, and he used to have his own farm, and he used to do like pigs, goats, and all that kind of stuff, cows. So he is basically a butcher and all that. So like he does it sometimes when we do the family thing, have a goat or anything else. It's like when he does it, when he wants the blood, he gets this one like arguing with it. It goes in it, and the blood just pours out, like all the blood comes out, the most right there. When nothing comes out right there, he gets this other place on it, and it just when it kills like right there, hella fast. So yeah, I guess everybody's different though, but that's very interesting.
it's a tough question. Would you rather have your throat slashed or have someone suffocate you to death?
Well, throat slash would be quicker.
It'd be quicker, but it would feel so traumatic and insane. Like,
You don't
oh
think
my-
it's traumatic to get suffocated to
Well,
death?
I do think that they're both pretty bad.
Yeah, they're both pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they just have come up with some sort of a moral reason.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's also about blood collection. So if they want the blood to pool within the body. So I think it's moral, but I think it's practical too, because then they can cut the body open, the blood's pooled in there,
don't-
and they can scoop it out to
They don't
eat it.
waste any of the blood because they eat the blood. Now, when the women get first dibs, what do they choose?
Organs. And
Organs.
It's all over the world. organs.
Really?
Organs are always eaten first, and liver is one of the most valued any place you go.
Smacking, might be hella smacking. I'm hungry now. I don't know about that. I just can't. Hey man, anybody's never tried anything like that though? Okay, like I'm half Mexican, so they have a lot of things right there. Kills under when they have the goat, kill it and everything, and other things like I have like my great uncle. He's from the Philippines and everything, and when we kill it, he's the one to get the intestines, and then he just use all the blood, like I said earlier, and the ribs, and then everybody has to clean that the stomach and all that, make sure there's no caca in it. Caca, some poo, some dookie, and then you just clean it the best way you can. And then you make a soup. My great uncle, he just does everything with it, man. It's hella good. If you're drinking the whole day, drinking beer the whole day, it's like, oh man, I'm kind of done. And then the soup is ready. You're like, oh, round 2, round 3. Oh, I got my second win. I could do more. That's how it is. So it is fire. You try that kind of stuff. Then yeah, the blood, man, the blood is in it too. It's like inside the soup right there when I try that kind of stuff. And I always smash that stuff. I'm gonna lie, I tried like the tongue. Well, everybody like the tongue and other things, and shoot, it's meat, man. The only thing is meat. Meat is meat. Just like they say, tongue, what you tongue? Like, what you mean? It's still meat. The heck? But man, hit me in the comments. Tell me if you ever try anything right there that somebody's not really, as like regular, or something that's like extra about it. Like, oh, what have you? Oh, I tried this and this. That people's like, damn, you did. You're a savage. One thing I never tried, which I don't want to, is but look. My grandpa's telling about it, and I watch people eat it. I'm like, nah, I'm cool about that one. I mean, chocolate meat, I did that all the time, and other stuff with it. That's not even that bad. That's actually fire with it. Had some white rice with it, but I don't know about that. But look, though, I'm cool. But I don't know if y'all like it. That's y'all. But if you have something else that you think that it was, like I said earlier, that nobody else ever tried, or probably it's not something people have, hit me in the comments. Tell me. That's very interesting. I want to know about that. All right, hit me in the comments. Like, subscribe, show love. All right, peace.